Are we live now? Are we good? Did I fix it? Okay. Finally. Okay. I think I fixed it. Just gonna post it one more time. I gotta go to my story. Delete the story. Delete the story. Okay. Okay, hopefully I fixed it now. Because I don't want to deal with that anymore. Shiny Lucario. This one. Top loader's got a match. Go in there. Trash. One sheet down. Okay. Oh boy. If only I knew how to do this better. Let's do this. Let's try. Customization, live chat replay, or trailer, no. Details. Yes, no, it's not. Where did I just have it? Well, I think it's okay. I mean, we're still live, so we'll figure it out. I can't exactly change it in OBS. I can only change it in live, but I can't figure that out. I mean, it's still live. good enough. Sounds like it's good. I'm just gonna let it keep going because I'm not 1000% sure what I'm doing. Bitrate. Let's go check my bitrate. Output, streaming. Bitrate's already at 6,000, so let's try 5,000. Apply. Okay. Sorry to everybody, but I'm just trying to learn how to do all of this. Yeah, I can't change it midstream. So I'm just gonna do this and then see what happens. I think we'll be okay. I think we're gonna survive. I think we're gonna survive. I will pop out the chat and put it on my other screen now, just in case anyone wants to chat. Oh, I just did a Squirtle. And a Wartortle. Somehow I think that Squirtle and Wartortle are the easiest to, or like the Squirtle line is like the easiest one to complete for some reason. I always have the Squirtle line. Again, another old sticker. Just getting rid of it. Screw it. Wartortle. Okay. Another Wartortle. Should probably have looked at that before I make it a little easier on myself, you know? Birthday Pikachu. The Celebrations one. I remember this used to be like a $15 card. But it's just now it's like it's almost a $30 card, $27.65. Oh, that's not right. TCG Players definitely got it wrong. TCG Player has it at Birthday Pikachu, of course. the WotC. I need celebrations. There we go. Classic collection. Classic. That's what's happening? TCG player's broken. Do I just have to go through like all of the... Is TCG player down now? I think TCG player took crap. Yep, it's down. So, collector it is. Never had an issue with collector going down, but TCG player seems to just not be working tonight. Probably too much traffic. Because I have noticed that the weekends are very traffic heavy for TCG player. Like, most of the sales happen on the weekend. Most of the traffic happens on the weekend. The prices will fluctuate the most on the weekend. During the middle of the week, they don't really fluctuate a whole lot. But on the weekend, they fluctuate quite a bit. Player still down for me. Alright, so let's try this. Even though TCG player is down, look at this. Looking at this Slowpoke, TCG player's down, but collector's got it at $25, and then you look at marketplace, it says TCG player $20. So I wish this was working so that I could actually see what's going on, but it's not. So collector wins again. This Slowpoke used to go in my, I call it my cheap binder, but it's really just $15 and under. The affordable binder, the budget binder, the I would rather have more cards for less money binder, rather than a few big cards. Where are we at? Psyduck. Psyduck's going up in value. Still doesn't work. Got two of them. Still to this day, even in years after release, 151 is the best set that sells the most. Whoa! Okay, there, that's better. This Lapras used to be like $4. It's $20 now. Holden, I will not be at the Pirate Dog show this weekend. I'm going to Norfolk this weekend for the Cards and More tour. The location for the Pirate Dog show, the Lutheran Church, I think it is actually, it's a pretty decent spot. It's kind of where they started. It's where like most their like roots are, I guess. it's a relatively small location, but overall it's not too bad. It's easy to get to. There's enough parking for as much space that's in there, which is good. But yeah, actually that location is funny. I'll always remember it because it's Coop was there once, and he made a video of when I forgot my cards at his table. So I will forever be immortalized on Coop's channels as the guy who forgot his cards. And I didn't just forget like I forgot like $300 worth of cards. Gardevoir. Let's see. $10. Probably gonna use all these stickers. I am barely touched these cards. Well, actually, all of these ones need new prices because I just picked most of them up. I need this one to come back because I really need to know previous sales on TCG Player. But sometimes you gotta look at eBay too. Most recent sale today, $145 for this Nidoking. $120, $150, $120, $145 for an 8, which is weird. $120, so it's still like $120. But then there's like a couple of higher sales. So, and it is going up pretty steadily. I don't know. As always, I am very open to hearing offers or what other people think the market price is on all the cards, depending on what they think the sticker should be versus what I put on a sticker. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't like matter a whole lot. It really only matters if it's like more than 10% of the card, I would think. This card's finally getting some love. This Kirlia is good because I really like the Ralts Kirlia Gardevoir line. The 3 cards that go together, I think, highly underrated. Any set of cards that have a story, I'm a big fan of. I just did these Greninjas. I have a lot of these Greninjas right now. Somehow I bought way too many of them. Oh well. They'll sell. I always have people that ask me about these Greninjas at every show. And I usually don't have them. I need TCG player to come back. It's not gonna do it, I guess. It's the only thing about. All right, here's Farmhouse's opinion on the two most common ways to price your cards. Two most common ways: TCG player and collector. Collector is a better app. It's easier to use. TCG player gives you a little bit more consistent sales data, but it's only from their site. So that's something to consider. Because, like, take this Umbreon, for example. Right. The one that I have is actually an LP copy. So, on here, it shows you the near mint price, but I can't exactly see an LP price. Unless I go to TCG player, but TCG player is currently, oh, it works now. Okay, condition, light. Okay. Gotta look at this one closer. Front is nearly perfect. The back, it's got like 3 dots on it. So I'm gonna look at light play, and I'm gonna look at near mint. Right now, light play 140. Jeez, what did I pay for this card? I don't even remember. Light play 140, 120, 190, 180. Okay. Let's add in. There are no near mints. Okay, so I'm gonna put it towards the higher end of light play because there's only a couple of dots. I don't know that I'd go all the way to light play. Like near mint minus, LP plus, which is not somewhere I like to live. I don't like to live in between somewhere, but this is the kind of card. Again, this is one of those cards that you have a conversation about with whoever's trying to buy it and not just put a sticker on it and inspect. Yep, that's what it sells for. That's what it is. You know, toodaloo. I'm real tempted to put a $200 sticker on this thing. You know what? Let's look at eBay last sold. Let's just look at it together. $550, very clean. LP 172, near mint 8, $550. Near mint 8, $410, 290. Lucky Pickle, how are you? PSA 6. This is definitely not a 6. Will buy for 60%. Well, Lucky Pickle, we were just trying to figure out what this Umbreon goes for, because the copy that I am currently trying to price it's not exactly near mint, but I wouldn't call it light play either. I would put it somewhere in the middle. So just trying to find like a LP plus. Here's an LP plus. So let's see the original listing. Back. So this one, almost no whitening. Maybe a little bit there. Almost nothing. See the front. Some scratches. Mine doesn't have any scratches in the front, but mine does have a couple of dots in the back. So I'm gonna put, when was this? September 15th, so 11 days ago. Oh yeah, pretty significant scratching on the face. This one doesn't have like any scratching. Yeah, no scratching on the face. That's just dirt. Fuzz. So I would say that something that's not scratched on the face, if clean front, is worth more than something with a clean back. Just my opinion, because people want binder copies of stuff, so this is going to be a really tough card. Let's go back and see if we can't find something else. Let's go look at, let's look at what someone says is very clean. No scratches, well centered. I don't know what all of this white stuff is in the middle. This card was polished. Yeah, you can tell this card was polished. See how shiny the edges are? The card, I feel like, was polished. It's like way too silver. Okay, on the back, little dot there. That's it. So, I'm not sure. Little dot there. All right. Let's put I'm going to put offer. This is the first time I've ever done this. I'm going to take this Umbreon. I'm going to put offer on it. Offer. I have a price in mind of what I would want to price it at, but I'm curious to know what other people would price it at. I think I know what I paid for it. I don't think I paid very much. I kind of got it in a lot of stuff, and I mean, I paid fair value for it. I know I did, because I didn't price out the cards. I just took the total, and because I trust the guy that sold them to me. So it's hard to say it's not fair when he gave me the total, you know? That's not what I want. I want to look at this. Deoxys VMAX. It's going up a little bit. This is a good copy too. Price gun stickers. Price gun stickers are the worst. I spelled that right. Is it just not working? There it is. This is why I stick to modern cards, because I really just love being able to just look up a card and it is what it is. Because there's not enough LP copies out there to really determine the difference and stuff. Okay. Yep. So this sticker is way wrong. Did it come down? Oh, this card has never been this much. Definitely wrong. Had a $60 sticker on it. Current sales are at $45. Someone trying to like finesse the system. I hope the guy that I bought these from didn't buy it at 60. Won't 10, but still new mint. This card's gone up a lot too. It's the Eevee card. The Eevees are all going up. Let's see. This Mew card has gone up a lot too. What's the Mew card at? $63. This card used to be like $18 for the longest time. This one, another Mew, $21. Two sticker sheets down. Right on $18. Gardevoir. $60 almost, 59.01 according to. This is what I do personally. Let's show you. I look everything up on collector first because I prefer collector. It says 59.01. And then I go to TCG Player when a card's moving in value. So TCG Player says $58. And then lowest listed is 59. So I think it's going to continue to go up. I think it's going to continue to go increase in value. It's from Scarlet Violet base, and there's not a lot of hits in that set, this being one of the few hits, and then it's got the storyline that I was talking about earlier. So good cards. I mean, people love Gardevoir too. I sell Gardevoirs like hotcakes. Shining Arceus, $23. Again, going up. Zamazenta. Is that how you say it? Zamazenta? $15.52, so it's like edge of 16. I'm gonna put 15 on it, and someone's gonna feel like they got a deal. Because this is like one of those cards that kind of lives in that like $15 range. It has for a long time. Since like February, it's between 10 and 15. It's also one of those cards that like, it looks cool, but I put it in the binder instead of in the case. Expectation. I don't do a lot of trainers, but when I do, I know they sell. Drink your water. Shining Snorlax. This thing is moving around a little bit. $24. $24.01. Snorlax is one of those Pokemon that there's not a lot of cards of Snorlax, and people don't sell their Snorlax cards, so you never really have them. So when people come up and ask for Snorlaxes, most of the time you say, I don't have any, I'm sorry. I can't spell. 35. Has this card ever been $35? I think it went up to 40 at one point. Yeah, it went up to 40, but it's coming down now. I never thought this card was a $40 card. It looks cool, but it's not. Not a lot of people ask for Arceuses. Except if it's the gold one from Crown Zenith. Heracross. I remember when this Heracross card was like going crazy for a minute. Heracross. Because people were trying to grade this card for a long time. So it like blew up to like $30-something. Oh, this one's kind of played. Always check your cards, folks. This one's got some dots and stuff on it, so let's go to TCG player. Light plate is at 15, so someone gets it for 15. I probably paid near mint prices for it, but that's fine. You miss them sometimes. At least it was just like a $15 card and not like a big card, like a Bubble Mew or something. Glaceon V-Star making some moves. When a card's moving again, you gotta look at multiple sources, because collector $50 or $49-ish, TCG player $50, lowest listed English in near mint $50, all prices right around $50. So perfectly a $50 card. Charizard V, Sleepy Charizard, currently at $46. Double sleeved. Oh no, this is one of those fancy sleeves. Someone really wanted to protect this card. Usually the people I see that do that, they play the game. Do that to a little extra protection on them. Doesn't hurt. So in my opinion, cards like this, Sleepy Charizard, this guy, this is one of those cards that you see so often and people never ever ask you for a discount on it. They're just going to pay what it is because they like the card. Current market's at 46. Give them $1 off. It's just how it goes. I'm gonna guess. Funny story about this Charizard V-Stars. I had one of these for months. I sold it at my last show. Hour later, bought another one. Can't get rid of it. Oh, excuse me. This one's pretty clean. Pretty clean. Got a video clip somewhere of a young man, young kid. You've got a Charizard V-Star? I do. He was just astounded that I had a Rainbow Charizard V-Star. If he would have stuck around for a little while, I probably would have given him the card. Tyranitar. Tyranitar is moving up pretty fast. Last two sales, 70, 70, 50. So here's what I'm looking at. TCG player. Last two sales today were both at $69, $70. Then some 50s, and this is 65. There's another 70, 72. Okay. When you see a line that looks like this, you need to double check. You need to double check what's actually happening with the cards, because it's moving up fast. And when you price them early, then chances are you miss out on what the actual market value is of the card. Not that it really matters. I could put 65 on it, it'd be fine. But if you really want to like pay attention to what you're doing and understand the market, because maybe one comes by your table and you want to buy it. You're like, oh yeah, I remember I saw it. It was $60. Well, it's actually like $70. So you're really almost lowballing the guy or gal. Suicune's moving around too a lot, so I gotta double check the price. It's now at $50, and the last sale is the CGC 95, 55. It's moving though. It's like crazy how quickly these cards have been changing prices. Someone's gonna want to grade that copy. We're at the peak of this card right now, so this card has never been more expensive. It's $51. Right, QV, $40. I like to round to a clean number. Like if it's $39, I like to round to 40. Or if it's like $26, I like to round to 25, because people like clean numbers. I think it actually helps people like buy the card. I think that they can make a decision a little bit easier if the number looks nicer. This Charmander is really nice. It's really cute. Is it Goldango or Goldingo? Or is it just something completely different? Wasn't this card used in a lot of decks recently? Like, wasn't it just used? I remember having a whole bunch of people ask me about it to like bling out their deck or whatever. I think this is an underrated card too. This guy and Zoroark, I think that this is an underrated card. Yes. I like this Magus. Steelix, the classic Steelix. This card is one of the first cards that I bought when I got into Pokemon again last year. It's one of my favorites. The art is great. Who doesn't love Steelix, right? Steelix has gotten a lot of recognition from, I'm sure you all can guess who. But still, one of those great cards. Lickitung. I think this is also an underrated card, this Lickitung. Charmander. Making some moves. Still going up. Three sticker sheets down. Snorlax. God, this card has moved a lot too. Double check TCG player. Two websites say the market's moving in two different directions, so put it in the middle. Zorua. Whoa, this card's a lot more than I thought it was. from White Flare. Ditto. Ditto's another one of those cards that, like, you can't keep enough of them on your table. You really can't. I swear, if you had a table full of, like, Dittos and Snorlaxes, you would sell all of them for probably over market. Because people love Ditto, people love Snorlax, and there's never enough of them. Never. This is one of those cards that I think is very underrated also. Not the most popular Pokemon, but Timber. Adorable little card. One box of top loaders down. Articuno. I have a good friend that said, buy all the Articunos you can because I want them. Funny enough, his like logo is an Articuno, so I think he's just trying to have some Articunos on his table from people ask for Articunos for him. Articuno, I guess you probably guess who that is. That is Mr. Pokeshawn. When we were at the 703 show, he asked me, hey, do you have any of the Articunos from Journey? And I said, nope. I said, I'll buy all of them at your sticker. I said, well, that's a dangerous game saying to somebody else, but I'll give it to you for whatever. That's the thing about, like, other vendors that you become friends with. If they just want, like, these smaller cards, these, like, $20 to $25 cards, just want a stack of them, I will gladly give you every single one at what I paid for it. It's not that big of a deal to me. Or just trade me something. 1-for-1 trades with vendors that are my friends. Not all vendors, but most vendors. Like, if you've got a vendor that's coming up to you and they're like, hey, I'm a vendor too, can I blah blah blah, do an even trade. That's fine if, I don't know, it's like when you gotta get the right feeling from someone to want to help them out. Whoa, this card's moved. Look at this. This Pikachu. Last year this time, $5. $3. People were buying this card at $3. I'm gonna talk about stocks. Then it went up to almost 15. Came back down to like 10. I think 10 is an appropriate price, but 30. DePandas. We met you at 703. What is it that you got from me? I'll remember by the card. Or what did you trade me? Because I remember a few couples. A few of them stick out in my mind. Pikachu VMAX. That 703 show was pretty great. I had a great time there. Some of my favorite people to work with, the 703 guys. They're honestly they're awesome at what they do. They're super friendly. They take care of us. Small green top loader binder. And got a Tatsugiri, a Ditto, and a Kangaskhan. I think I remember you guys. I'm pretty sure I remember you guys. Yeah. Yeah. No, I remember you guys. There's a lot of couples that came that day. I guess it's because I was like right next to Coop and Phil, so. Did you guys have a good time? Did you get all the stuff that you wanted? Did you get to meet all the influencers you wanted to meet? What I'm thinking about doing, especially with Phil, because I know him a little bit better, is work with him and do like a giveaway of some sort for someone who comes by my table. And maybe it's someone who's like, yeah, I'd like to go meet Phil, but his line's long and we don't have time. And then just be able to like once per show, walk some people to the front of his line so that they can just like kind of get through and be able to meet him. You got more from me than any other. Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that you guys had a good time and that I was able to help you out and you were able to get all the stuff that you wanted. Maybe not everything you wanted, but I'm glad. That's why I do it. I like to do that kind of stuff for people. I like to make people happy, and Pokemon's a fun game. It's a fun hobby. I think that everyone should enjoy it, and I try to do my best to, bring that experience for them. A lot of other vendors are out there, and they enjoy it, but they're more in it for the money. Don't get me wrong. I couldn't do this if it wasn't for the money, but I'm not out here trying to pay for my kids' college tuition. I don't even have a kid, but it's more about the hobby itself. That's why I tend to give some stuff away a lot of times. I give people deals on stuff. Yeah, just trying to be nice to people. I just priced this card. And where did I put it? Because now I've got a second copy. It's gonna bug me if I can't find the one card that I just priced that now, because it also helps me organize if I can find. There it is. 20. It's Pikachu. That one's done. Hydrapple. I think this Hydrapple card is underrated. I like it a lot. Unfortunately, there's been a lot of Hydrapple cards and it's not the most popular Pokemon. When is my next show? My next show is actually this weekend. I'm going to the Cards and More tour in Norfolk. It's a 2-day show. I'll be there both days. And yeah, that's my plan. I'm bringing a buddy with me. And he sells a lot more graded stuff than I do, but most of the same like modern raw inventory. After that, it is back down to Newport News for the TCG Clash. My buddy Phil, not Beard Dad, a different Phil, he hosts that one because he's from that area, and I like to help him out. It was a good show last time. I'm hoping this next one is a bit bigger, a bit more traffic. The last time it was a rainy day, and it wasn't the best weather, so I think some people were deterred from coming, and also it was the first show that he's put on in a while, under that name at least. So, but yeah, next show, Norfolk, Cards and More tour. Should be a good time. I was there a couple weeks ago, and I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a lot of fun. Anytime the Cards and More tour kind of comes around in the Norfolk area or the Richmond area, and I'm available, I will probably do one of their shows. They just put on a great event. They make it fun for everybody. Alright, my inventory says I have a Misty Psyduck. I'm not exactly sure if I do. I've priced several Psyducks today too. I think. I probably just priced them different. Guess I didn't. No Psyducks yet. I did just do a Bulbasaur though. Sometimes I wonder about my sanity when I look at all of these shows, or sorry, all of these cards, and I'm putting like $50 stickers on most of them. Like, why do I have all of this? Still $12. All right, you may be thinking to yourself, man, he's really close to the end. He's almost done. Well, I'm not close to the end, and I'm not almost done. I have quite a few more to go. Everything that I just did for the past hour and a half, it's been just new stuff that I picked up. It all needed like my stuff. Yeah. The sticker in the penny sleeve rather than the sticker on the top loader. Yeah. I was kind of talking about that earlier, that I like the sticker on the penny sleeve because I can replace a penny sleeve really easy. I can buy a pack of penny sleeves for $1, and if my penny sleeve gets messed up or I want to replace the sticker, one, it's really easy to peel off, and two, the stickers don't come off of the top loaders. So I always end up throwing a bunch of top loaders away and replacing top loaders because I can't get the sticker off. And then there's like this messy residue. Like these ones, these price gun stickers, I am against these because I can never get all the residue off. It might be convenient for pricing out your cards. It might be quicker, but man, let me tell you, it is annoying when you want to just take the sticker off. It is a little bit of extra work, I will admit, but also I think it's worth it. Like usually after these nights, from doing that so much, my hands kind of hurt. My shoulders kind of hurt too from doing that, but it's fine. Okay. That is one stack of cards. I just did all of this. That one can go in there. I can go in the box for tomorrow. I just did all of this stack. That's gonna go in the binder. And now I have to do this stack and this stack. Good news is this is all of my old inventory from that didn't sell last week. So most of it should be really, really close. I can probably leave most of it. Snorlax. Normally I don't take in Japanese cards either, but when a kid comes by and all they have is Japanese stuff, or even an adult really, when they come by and all they have is Japanese cards and they just really want another card, whether it's English or whatever, and I can tell that they really want it and they don't really want to put money towards it, or they're scared about it, or maybe it's a big purchase for them or whatever, I'll help them out. I'll take some Japanese stuff from them. personally, I think that Japanese cards are better, but I like the texture and the patterns and stuff are better on the Japanese cards, but the English cards are better. I know it's strange, but it's the way I think about it. Like, yeah, sure, you don't need to read the card and look at it for the art. But also, it's nice to be able to read the card. Okay, this Gengar came down a little bit. Good, because it does not need to be $60. When I saw that there was a $60 sale on this Gengar, I about lost my mind because this card was $16 for a long, long, long time. Oh, Crobat has moved. No, I gotta look it up. Sales on Crobat. Let's just show you guys what I'm seeing. Okay, here's a little lesson, I guess you want to call it, in what I see as a vendor and what you might be seeing on prices and how to price your cards. Like this Crobat last week, I had a $85 sticker on it. Which might have been too low, but $85. So now you look at TCG Market. Here it says 100. Here it says 102. Collector says 101. And then you might see this weekend some sales or some price tags at $120 because yesterday there was a sale at 120. Another sale at 120. Day before that, 118. 115, LP at 90. So the card is moving up in value. Like, let's only look at near mints. 115, 120, 120, 118, 90. Someone sniped that one. 120, 120. So me and what I do when a card is moving this quickly is I don't put it at the top sale. But I try to find something that's a little bit more average, like if you go with, skip this outlier and you look at these sales, last 5, they're kind of all between 115 and 120. So I'm gonna put, if I put 115, then it'll probably be 120 tomorrow. If I put 120, I'll probably just catch it, but seeing as that I'm in the card a little bit lower, and clearly it has moved up in value since I bought it, and I have wide margin now, I'm going to put 115. And someone will get a deal. Because it'll be 120 everywhere else. How many Pikachus do I have in my inventory? A lot. This one, still $18. Okay, can move. This is not my sticker. Jeez, my handwriting has gotten worse. I've done several of those Bulbasaurs. I know that they're 50. Dead on market, $50. I love when the market is like a nice round number. Charmander's moving up. Let's look at Charmander. Here's a little glitch that a TCG player usually has. Lowest listed verified seller 52. Yeah, it can be 50. That's fine. I just priced. I think this is one of the first cards I priced. This Mewtwo. Oh, the gold one. That's the one that's crazy. The gold one's like $74. And this one is $24. Greninja. I've done several of these, so now I gotta look it up again. This will be like 4 Greninjas I have. Pokezeus. Pokezeus is a good guy. He comes by my table a lot. He's a Whatnot streamer. And he likes to have some smaller cards for his stream because they tend to do a little bit better. Comes by, and I always give him a bit of a deal because he comes by so often. When you come by more often, the better deals you get, you know what I mean? Frequent flyers get discounts. Here's what I'm seeing from the few cards that I have looked at from my inventory. So the market went up a lot. And is correcting. Whoa. Okay. Let's look at this. Just so you guys can see what I'm seeing. This Mewtwo card. You can barely see it on the graph, but look at this. Boom! Last week, it had a $60 sticker on it. Let's look at it here. Must have been like one really high sale. Or it's just going, no, it's going crazy on both. Look at this. Last sales, near mints, 50, 50, 87, 70, 115, there's a run on this card. There is a run on this card. 180. It's moving up though. I would say it's definitely moving up, but is it 120? No way. This card. Is it 100? No. There's a little bit, some corrections here. But earlier this week, there's a run on this card. Thank you, Papa Redstone. Appreciate you for stopping by. Look at this card. What do you think about this? 115, 126, 98, 80, 120. This makes it really hard to price cards. Not gonna lie. Before that, 100, 80s. I'm gonna put 90 on it, I guess. 90? Which means it went up by 33%. Honestly, probably closer to like 40%. Explore. I definitely spelled that wrong. This guy. Look at this Gengar. 58. For the older cards, I kind of like Collector a bit more. I don't know how they do their algorithm, but it seems to be pretty accurate, especially with this era. I don't know how they get, like, they discern from the near mint and everything, but it looks like they take in TCG Player and eBay. I don't know why this rectangular top loader thing is on there, but it is what it is. Gengar has gone wild. Like, another one is like this Gengar. This one's gone wild too. I remember that card used to be like $16. I bought and sold that card all day for $16. The VMAX is back over 700, I think. I know, right? It's amazing, like, how quickly the market has shifted. This reminds me of, like, the beginning of the year when everything was, like, just wild. Like, was it the end of last year? Or like the beginning of this year where, like, the market just went absolutely crazy? And we saw, like, our first real big spike in Pokemon cards in a while. A lot of all I'm doing is I'm just swapping out someone else's sticker for my sticker so that everything matches. Getting packs and ETBs and any sealed product at MSRP is basically a myth now. Like, if you find that in the wild, it's basically like saying you saw a ghost. Like, no one believes you. Or they just call you, like, super lucky and you should have bought it all. And, like, honestly, sure, scalpers are a problem, but I think that another problem is that people don't see stuff on shelves, so when they do, they buy a ton of it. They just buy a bunch. Like, oh, I'm never going to see it again, so now I gotta buy 4 times as much as I normally would. Alright, vendors. If you're gonna put a sticker on a top loader, let's see if we can get it off, you know? Panic buy. Exactly. And I don't even think a lot of people are reselling. Like, yes, there's more reselling of sealed product now than there ever has been. But I really think that it's a lot of people just panic buy, like you said, and then they just got to open more of it because they haven't gotten their hands on it in a long time. Like, there has been a steady increase of people who come up to the table now and say, hey, do you take sealed product and trade? Or do you buy sealed product? My answer to that is usually, I don't buy anything that you can still get on the shelves. So, like, when Prismatic was a thing, people, or like the Costco Prismatic stuff came out, people would come up to the table all the time like, hey, do you buy Prismatic? Well, no, I don't buy Prismatic because you could still buy it on the shelf. So the price is more volatile. It's more subject to change. And I don't want to deal with that. So I only buy sealed product or trade for sealed product if, one, I need something for, say, a giveaway later. Like on the shelf back here, I've got a Black Bolt and White Flare ATB. Those aren't for me to keep. Those I bought during shows when people wanted to trade them in, and then I'm going to give them away at the Pokeberg show in November. But it was just a cheaper way for me to get sealed product, when in reality I paid probably MSRP for it. But I did it from the table as a vendor. You sat outside since 6 a.m. to get some mega stuff. Were you able to get any? Was it successful? I really hope that it was worth it for you guys. Because that would be a total bummer if you sat outside for like 4 or 5 hours and still didn't get anything. I don't even try for drops anymore. I don't try sitting outside for lines or whatever. It's fine. I don't need to open it that bad. Target, Walmart had no problem keeping stock. Now you haven't doing numbers. I do take older stuff and trade. So like Evo Skies packs or anything from Sword and Shield era, I'll take that stuff and trade. And usually what I do with it is I don't always have the space to like take it home with me. So I will find another vendor, usually one of my friends, that does sealed stuff, and I will take it to them and see if they want to do just an even swap, or if it's like a booster box or something, I'll take it home and I'll just put it on my shelf. If I ever get a booster box in trade, it comes home with me and it goes in long-term storage. I don't tend to resell booster boxes. Both got ETBs, sleeves, tins. Okay, very cool. So not much about getting the newest set. Yeah, you just want to find the lowest prices. You want to be able to afford Pokemon, you know. But I am glad that you were able to get some, at least something. You know, a little bit to open is good. Because that should be how it is, you know. You should be able to go to the store and buy something Pokemon if you want to open some Pokemon cards. Maybe it's not the newest set, maybe it's not your favorite set, but you know, there should be a set on the shelf. What do you guys think about this newest set? What cards are you hyped for? What are you trying to pull? What's on your list? How long do I usually wait before purchasing cards from the newest set? That depends on the cards. So like the newest cards, like for instance when Black and White came out, the Zekrom and the Reshiram, I was tempted to buy them opening weekend because that was like the week before Richmond Collecticon, so I probably could have sold them then. But usually with any set, my rule of thumb is like 4 to 6 weeks before I'll start buying it. Now, if there is a card that I really want and I really like for my personal collection, then I'll just pick it up. Like the Oshawott card, I bought that, and it just goes in the binder. So big Lucario fan. The SIR, I'm a big fan of that one. The one fighting Venusaur. I think that might be that one I definitely want, and I'm kind of debating if I want the new Bulbasaur line. We'll see. I don't really know if I want to get it just yet or see what it does first. Where is this Gengar? There it is. First, this is the normal hollow. Still the same price. Yep. Oh, okay, now I remember. I had a near mint one and I had a light play one. Yeah, this one's light play. I'm not even gonna look up light play. I'm just gonna put a $10 sticker on it. And then I'm sure it's around that price. If someone wants to say it's less, then show me and I will match it. It's fine. The Cubone. Okay, so the Cubone is from the new Chinese set. I'm a Cubone collector. I love Cubone cards. But there are no SIRs, or there's no illustrations of them. So definitely going to pick up the new Cubone when it comes out. It's going to be tough though, because the Chinese cards are actually very hard to find. That one's still fine. Get stuff from Pokemon Center. So I don't normally get sealed product. I don't normally try to get sealed product. Now if it's for my own personal collection, for my PC, then I might try to get a PC drop. But usually I'm at work and I don't always have my phone on me and I'm not always next to a computer. So it's really, really hard for me to like get a PC drop, a Pokemon Center drop. I would love to. If I had more opportunity, I would, but I don't. Yep. Cubone's a good one. Yeah, so my wife, she just started her own little collection. She was kind of like, oh, I don't know, I don't really want to collect anything. And then she started coming to shows with me. And I kept showing her like really cute cards. And so now she has her own little binder. She collects plants, horses, sea creatures, and dogs. So any Pokemon that is relatively in that same vein, she will collect those. Still a very small set so far. But she's enjoying it. She has fun. So now I'll come back from shows and I'll just have like a small stack of stuff for her to add to her binder. Usually at shows, she's helping me, when she does come to the shows, she's helping price stuff for me as I buy it. So when she does, she's always like, can I have this one? Can I do this one? And usually I tell her, yeah, she can. It's fine. That's why we do it. Top loader binder the other day. Big Lapras fan. Okay. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to be able to collect together. Like I have my own little PC here of cards, of raw cards. And that's just like usually the cheap stuff or the stuff that's really hard to find. But yeah, it's fun to like show her cards, and then she hasn't seen like a lot of them, so she's always surprised at seeing new ones, and then she talks about how cute they are, and if she wants to collect it, she's always on the fence of like, oh, I don't know, I don't really need it kind of thing, and then I show it to her again, and then she wants it. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. The Laprases are pretty cool. I actually just picked her up a Lapras this last weekend. Someone came by my table at the 703 show and had a graded Lapras from like AGS or something. It's probably one of those like Walmart mystery slab things. So I looked it up, and it was, the slab itself was only worth $5, and the card inside of it was like $1 card. But it had Lapras in it, and I liked it, so I said, you know what, I'll give you the $5 for this card, because that's what it says in market. And I'm just going to give it to my wife. And then the guy said, oh, well, if you're going to give it to your wife, you can just have it. And I told him I will definitely pay for it, not a big deal. But he was insistent, so that was really nice of him. Yep, definitely artwork. Besides Tauros and Cubone, any other favorites? Tauros, Cubone, I love Gengar. Who doesn't? I'm not the biggest Charizard fans, but there are some cool Charizard cards out there. Pikachus. I like the Japanese exclusive Pikachus. Lugia is a good one. Not a lot of specific Pokemon, but a lot more like artworks. Yeah, that guy was super nice. He's helping my wife collect more, which is good. She's never collected anything in her life. She is so far from like my interests and hobbies. Like she grew up with horses in her life, and I never did. I grew up with like technology and computers and all that kind of stuff, and she's a horse girl. So we come from very different backgrounds. I'm a nerd and she's not. A different kind of nerd, I guess. I call her a nerd all the time, but I can do that. What about you guys? What do you like to collect? Your favorite Pokemon? Okay. That one's fine. Ether's Typhlosion's good. Yeah, this deck's going way faster. Because thankfully a lot of these prices haven't changed. This Aerodactyl has certainly changed though. Gengar, Magmar, that's a good one, and Dragonite. I do love a good Dragonite card. What's funny though is I don't think that there's nearly enough Dragonite cards. Dragonite has the one from Sword and Shield, right? Sleepy Dragonite. But Dragonite needs like a really good illustration. And I don't think that Dragonite's gotten that yet. Dragonite needs a really good SIR. Gengar, Darkrai, Scyther, Feraligatr. Feraligator's a great one. Feraligatr, Croconaw, Totodile. That was my starter in like Gen 2. Gen 2, right? Pretty sure. You guys get a sneak peek at Life of a Vendor and what we do every Friday night. No time for going out. Gotta sit here and price cards. Not that I go out anyway. Just because I'm lazy. Oh, Fuecoco, I had 23, now it's 25, 86. It's probably going to be 27 by tomorrow. I'm going to leave it at 23. It's fine. I don't feel like changing it. It's like the internal struggle of, do I make sure I make my margin on it, or do I just let someone have a good deal? I'm just going to let someone have a good deal. Silver on the Game Boy Color. Man, I need to get a Game Boy again because that I probably put like 3 years of my life into playing Pokemon. I played Silver was the one I liked the most. I played a lot of Crystal, Sapphire, Ruby, a lot of Red and Blue. Personal opinion, I like yellow a lot more than red and blue, but that might just be me. Dragonite Mega. Okay, we're gonna do this because it's divisive. Look at this guy. This guy is silly looking. I mean, cute. Cute as a button, but I don't know. You think Dragonite, or at least I think Dragonite, and I think like the cute but ferocious. This is like cute but cute. So Omega Ruby. Nice. Yeah, misplaced. Wings are on his head. I mean, he's still got whatever that is. Is that a wing? Something. He's got wings coming off of like his legs and his shoulders. This is a crazy take on a Dragonite. But, you know, that's part of it. That's whatever Pokemon decides to do. That's up to them. Good. Well, someone's getting a deal on that. I have a feeling I'm going to be, this is the first one in a while, I'm going to be sitting at the show when there's lulls. I'm just going to be repricing cards. Because I'm going to remember that there's a big stack of them that I didn't reprice, and then I'll look again and be like, okay, well, now it's actually advantageous for me to reprice it. Otherwise, I might be losing money. Oh, that one's still good. This one's still good. I'm gonna give someone a deal on those when they ask about it. This has gone up again. I have 3 of them. I always thought this Pikachu was underrated. And now it's getting the love that it deserves. Buying inventory for your shop. I don't have a shop, but if someone were buying inventory for their shop, I mean, there's only so many ways you can get inventory. So let's say I have a brick and mortar store. How am I getting inventory? Well, I'm gonna promote my store like crazy. I'm gonna be all over social media. I'm gonna be making sure people come into the store, making sure I have a lot of sealed product to bring them in, and then give them good value on trades. Most of the time, your brick and mortar store will give you like 60% cash and like 70 to 75% trade in, depending on what it is. So brick and mortar store, it's definitely tougher, especially to get singles. You really just have to rely on people coming in the door. I do know one guy, the guy who owns Josh, the card guys in Richmond. He goes to the Richmond shows like pretty much every weekend, and he's buying mostly sealed inventory, sometimes singles, but not very often. Now as a vendor, how are you buying inventory? It's mostly at shows. Sometimes it is like customers who you've met, they might reach out to you or you might reach out to them, and maybe they want to sell a whole bunch of stuff, or maybe they're looking for a specific card. Maybe they just need money for gas. I don't know. Maybe you're buying it from another vendor. It definitely helps to know people and network and just, be friendly with people. Because some vendors, like maybe they only want to do graded cards. Some vendors, maybe they want like only vintage singles. So if you have a bunch of vintage stuff and you're other vendor friend has a bunch of raw stuff or modern stuff, and you can just trade inventory. I will say that before a big show, I do go to my vendor friends and I tell them, hey, I have cash. I will buy a big lot from you, and I don't want to take away from your money, your margins. So I will see if we can work something out. See if they have margin on anything. And so that way they get a big sale and I get a big influx in inventory. Because as a vendor, in my opinion, it is more important to have inventory going into a show than money. I would rather go to a show with like $300 or $400 in my pocket and all the rest of my money tied up in inventory. I would rather have more to sell than opportunities to buy. Those are good. That's the game, though. Is where do you get inventory? How do you continue to do this? And it's not easy. It's not as easy as like just go buy more cards. Because everyone's trying to buy cards. Like, you guys are trying to buy cards at the same prices that I'm trying to buy them for. It's really just like, can you work a deal out? And can you make it work for you? Kind of thing. How much is an average table at a show? Does it cost more to be around more successful vendors? The bigger the show, the more money the table costs. So, like, let's take the biggest show around, Collecticon, right? Collecticon tables, you typically buy them in an island or a group of 10. You get 10 tables, and that costs, from Collecticon on the website, $3,500. So you work it out to $350 per table that the vendor has spent just to have the table at Collecticon, and that's for both days. Smaller local shows, and that one's like 1,000 tables, right? 1,500 tables. The shows that I've been to that are like 100 to 150, maybe 200 tables, those table costs can range from $100 on the really low end to $200 roughly. So it's not cheap to get a table, and it's not always easy because it is competitive to get tables. Like, if just like getting Pokemon cards, like, there's a market for tables also. And tables sell out really fast too. I cannot spell this. There it is. Yep, still good. All that work for nothing. But to be around successful vendors, I don't think that part matters so much. There's just more popular shows. And the popular shows, they get the most traffic and have the most people come to them. So that you're going to have more opportunities to both sell your cards and buy other things at a decent price. It's really the game you play. A lot of vendors go home without making any money, or they break even. Some vendors go home losing money. Maybe they spent too much on cards. The goal for every show is not always to bring home cash, it's to bring home value. Now, I think that it should be a vendor's goal to come home with either more money in their pocket or more value in cards. Another thing you got to think about is like travel costs, right? Travel costs kind of eat into everything, especially if you have to fly somewhere. So yeah, it can be expensive. Asking about tables for Collecticon New Jersey. Yep. So New Jersey is one of the most popular Collecticons. It's the only Collecticon in the New England area, and the population is so dense up there that there's just a ton of people that go to those shows. So that's why everyone wants to be a part of it. Because the last New Jersey Collecticon, there was a 3-hour line out the door all day long for general admission. So now you know that there's going to be more people bringing in more cards and spending more money. So you can be confident going to one of those shows that you can sell whatever you want in your inventory, and you will have opportunities to buy other cards. So that's why the resale value of those tables is kind of astronomical. I tell people, so I've been to 2 Collecticons and I got 2 more coming up. But I tell people that I'm not going to pay super outrageous prices for Collecticon tables. Because that's what some people do. They scalp tables from Collecticon. And it's not worth it for me to go. I'm a relatively small vendor, so it actually takes a lot of work for me to go to these shows and be able to profit. Because most of the time, the bigger, more successful, or more popular vendors, they get first dibs because people go to them first. What do I use to price my cards? I'll show you what I'm doing right now and how I'm pricing my cards. So here's where we are. I personally prefer the Collector app and the Collector website. It's faster, it's better, there's more pictures. It seems to be a little bit quicker as far as the market value goes. The only thing that it doesn't do is show you recent sales very easily. So I have this Hydrapple card. This one. Go to this card. You can see that it's currently $19.92. It's gone up $1. And then you can see here it goes to TCG Player. TCG Player is my backup. It's what most people use. You can go to TCG Player now, near mint, $20.16, $20.31. This is where TCG Player kind of beats Collector, is that you can see sales data, like immediate sales data. You can kind of do that on Collector, but you have to go to either TCG Player or eBay or whatever. And if you go to eBay, there's an extra step. These ones are for sale. You should be using recently sold items. So 19, 20, someone bought one for 33, 29, 20, yeah, it's still a $20 card. So yeah, that's how I do it. Now if I notice that there's a big disparity or big jump in price, either up or down from week to week, then I check both websites to see what's happening. Price charting's okay, so let's look at this. Let's just compare this Hydrapple on price charting. Here's the Hydrapple. So you can see that it's, I mean, it's accurate, right? And then you can see, here's all the recent eBay sales. So for this sort of card, it works fine. Now, let's see if we can find another one that maybe it's not so accurate with. Okay, here's one. Let's try this Gengar. It's Gengar EX from Phantom Forces. Let's go. So, price charting takes in eBay sales and it takes in all eBay sales, regardless of the condition of the card. And that's how it determines its average value. And I don't know how many values it averages. So you can see that this one, ungraded Phantom Forces, $37.90. Here's 35, 60. This is not taking into consideration the condition of the card, whether it's near mint or lightly played or moderately played. I'm gonna guess that this $28 sale is more of a moderately played version, whereas the $60 sale is more of a near mint version. So then you can come up to collector and find the same Gengar. See, near mint, they only show you the near mint on collector. On the app you can switch to light play or whatever it is. So yeah, this one's showing you 60. And then let's go to TCG Player for this Gengar. And condition, near mint, 58, 58. And you can see sales data. So yeah, it's selling between like $50 and $58. So market price is showing 60. So I don't use price charting very often unless I want a really easy way to go find eBay sales. I almost never use price charting. I do like price charting to see like this graph. It shows you like price over time, over years. The other websites don't do that, but otherwise I don't care for price charting. I use, for ungraded raw cards, I use Collector first, then TCG Player, and then for graded cards I've been using Misprint and Collector. I just go by Farmhouse, Farmhouse or Farmer. It's easier. Come say hi to me at a show, I'll tell you my first name. Yeah, so if you guys ever have questions about how to price your cards, or what a lot of vendors do, or where you're seeing prices for cards, or how you think a vendor, like maybe they have this Ghastly and a case at like $70 and like, whoa, I'm seeing it for $60. What is it really? Well, you can take them here. Here's Collector. It says $59.02. Then you can go to TCG Player. You can see it's $59.16. So why do you have it at $70? Maybe there is a recent high sale at $70. Well, there's a couple of $67, $68 ones. Oh, here we go. But I'm not seeing 70. Maybe they're just trying to catch like the next one. All right, Papa Redstone. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you again. But yeah, this card's still $60. So if you ever see that at a show where someone's got a card and you're seeing a different price, just say, hey, I'm seeing this card, and show them your phone saying, I'm seeing market price at this. Would you be able to match market price? And then you can have a negotiation or conversation about it from that point. I just priced those, so good. I meant to type that into collector, but that's fine. 15. Someone's gonna get a deal. That's how I feel about that. Almost done. Neon Mega EX. The top card to invest in right now, if any. Man, that is a tough question. If I could see the future, I would I'd be buying all kinds of things to invest in. Pikachus are always a good investment. I personally think that graded cards are a better investment than ungraded cards. They are more expensive, but they tend to have a set market value, and there's no like wiggle room on is it $58 or $60. Well, no, recent sales are $60. Boom, that's what it is. I know, magic ball, right? Or crystal ball. It's kind of a crapshoot, honestly, at trying to figure out what to invest in and what not to. I will say that if you look at sealed inventory, sealed stuff, and you hold it for a long time, and I'm not talking like a couple of months, I'm talking like years. If you hold it for years, it will go up in value. And this is maybe too much insider information, but if you look at the price of every single booster box over since release, it has gone up in value. All of them. So hold on to booster boxes. ETBs are kind of the same, they just move a lot slower. The market value moves a lot slower, so yeah, sealed inventory I think is, if you want to like invest in something, it's graded cards and it is sealed inventory. Like the stuff that Pokemon sells, like booster boxes, booster bundles, ETBs, not necessarily booster packs a little bit, but I would skip like holding on to booster packs unless it's like a super limited run or whatever. Usually like the promo boxes, they're just kind of big and clunky and kind of a pain to hang on to, so I don't think I would ever hang on to them unless there's a really popular promo in it. And just like investing in the stock market, if you're investing, it should be for the long term. You should buy something and put it away and not look, put it in the back of your closet and not look at it for like 2 years. I think that's really the only way to even consider investing into Pokemon. Now there is like buying and selling, which is a little bit different. 2 Phantasmal booster boxes pre-order for PC. Very, very cool. What I kind of tell everyone who is able to get them at MSRP or from Pokemon Center is that if you like to open packs, open one, hold the other. Buy one of those like cheap plastic acrylic things from Amazon to put your booster box in and put it on a shelf or put it in a closet or whatever and don't touch it. Just forget it exists. Just enjoy that it is there and you have it. That's really all it is. And then in a couple of years, if you still like Pokemon, or even if you don't, you have that value sitting there. So like, what came out around this time last year? Like Stellar Crown, Surging Sparks, something like that. Go look at those booster boxes compared to on release compared to today. I mean, it's simple math. Like, it's easy to see. Let's see, what else is a good hold? There's like buying and selling in order to make money or to invest. So like, I equate that to people might call like day traders, right? Is you're looking for the short-term gain. You're gonna look for something that's gonna like pop in value in a couple of days or in a couple of hours, or in Pokemon terms, like maybe a week or two. You want to buy something right before it like increases in value significantly. And that just takes a lot more like studying the trends and being aware of what's going on and what people are buying and selling. That is purely crystal ball. Oh, looked at too many cards on the collector app. Now it's dying on me. Maybe it's something else. Well, if the app's gonna die, then there's no point in me trying to figure this out. Adding. Let's just go look at portfolio. Maybe that'll help. Products. There it is. That one's still good. Umbreons are still good. But, oh, it's not a V, it's just an RC. It's still good. That one's good. I gotta hurry up and finish this because I am hungry. Well, there's Misty's Psyduck. I knew this one went up in value because I sold one last week at 62. The guy tried to give me an extra $5. No, no, no. You don't need to overpay me. If you pay market price, I consider that a win. If you just want to buy a card, I consider that a win. I think I'm getting faster at this now. Or just a lot of these cards are not changing in value, thankfully. Favorite Pokemon, like Pokemon or Pokemon card? My favorite Pokemon is Tauros. Because in the Red and Blue games, you can only catch it in the Safari. It doesn't have an evolution. It stays the same. It's just really cool to me. Pokemon card currently is probably the Japanese stamp Pikachu and Cramorant. The promotion from Pokemon Center. I don't own them, but I'm trying. I just gotta find a relatively good deal on them. I would trade a bunch of my inventory for one. But I want them in PSA. Someone came to my table last weekend with the card, but it was graded Beckett. But I only want the stamps in PSA. Oh, sure, the stamp Pikachu. Cramorant. Here we go. Here's an eBay listing for it. This one. This came in a promotional box from a Pokemon Center. There are a lot of PSA 10s out there, but I want these ones. Thank you, I appreciate that. I like the Japanese art style. So I do have this Blood Moon Ursaluna in a 10. And it has that very classic Japanese art style. And so when the art's really good, then I collect the card. I also like exclusive stuff, like Japanese exclusive cards. So, but right now, you saw that set, it's sequential at $4,500 is the listing for it. So I don't have that kind of money to just throw into a collection right now. So we will see if I can find a good deal on them. Alright, Greninja. What do we think Greninja is at this week? Alright. No cheating. What is the Greninja EX at this week? What do you think it's at? Last week it was about $350. How much did it go up or down? $382. It's a pretty good guess. I'd say that would be right on par with what cards have been going up by recently. Is about, what is that, 10% ish? That's a good guess. As soon as I price this one, I'll tell you. This special delivery Charizard also went up, in case you're wondering. Okay. It is at $358 according to Collector. Now what do? We look at TCG Player also. Although TCG Player has been crashing tonight because I think a lot of people are using the website right now. I am going to resticker it. I know it feels like just $10 and honestly it's not that big of a deal, but when it comes to these bigger cards, they don't always sell. And so I kind of want to be able to track, did it go up or down from last week? So that's why I tend to resticker most of my stuff. Even if it doesn't move a whole lot. Because I want to know, just kind of at a glance, if the card is moving up or down. Because then I know, I noticed the card went down by $10. And I'll go look at the graph and I'll see how quickly is it moving down. And if it's just flying down, well, now I know I need to try and get rid of it soon so that I don't lose money. So I will either go trade it to someone, and I'll even do it at a percentage for someone else. I won't try to be the vendor who's like, well, no, I'm a vendor, so give me a good deal. Like, no, they're trying to do the same thing. So I'll give them a percentage on it if they want it. Or I'll trade it to a shop. I've traded plenty of cards at card stores. And I'll trade it for seal inventory, or I'll trade it for more cards, or, you know, anything really. I'm not overly picky. But if I know the card's tanking, then I'm going to try and sell it. Yeah, stained glass birds. That's a good hold for a while. I know that they like peaked a little bit, and now they've kind of they've settled. But I think that that is a great card to have long term. One, it's 3 legendary birds. So they will always be popular and maintain value. I have a lot of these Steelix cards. I did that one earlier. Okay, almost done. But I think, yeah, it's a long-term hold. It's gonna steadily go up in value. Fun fact: when I first started doing this, that Stained Glass Birds was one of the first graded cards that I bought, and I bought it in a 10 for $80. Wild. And then I had it for a while, and I didn't love it, and this was long before I started vending. I didn't love it, so I actually ended up trading it away. And I traded, I think I like maybe made $10 in the trade. But then I saw it rise in value again. I was like, man, I really should have kept that. But that is a game we play as collectors in this hobby of buying and selling cards. Is you can't look at what deal you did if you should have done something or not, because it's not going to do you any good. Just be mindful of, use it as a learning lesson, you know? Just be mindful of it in the future. That one's good. Okay, almost done. Last couple of cards. This has gone up. This Zoroark used to be like $16. I've sold this card like for $16 so many times. It's finally getting a little bit of love. This Excadrill, I can almost guarantee it has the wrong price sticker on it. Oh. I was correct that it has the wrong sticker, but I thought that it was going to be lower. It's actually at $26 instead of the $25 sticker. But someone's getting a deal because I don't feel like restickering for $1. Alright, that is all of my inventory, not including my binders. I have 3 binders worth of stuff that I will just I will spot check tomorrow for a few cards, but most of it's under $10, so if it moves up or down $1, and usually with this stuff I give deals anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for joining me and chatting. It's been great, but I'm hungry and I'm gonna go hang out with my wife, so peace.